Hey everybody, and welcome to Manifestation Mondays with River City Home Buyers. Um, Sorry this is getting posted a day late. Yesterday kind of got away from me, so we're kind of doing Manifestation Monday on Tuesday. Going into this first month of the year, and this is kind of a piggyback to last week's video. January is a great month of goal setting and commitment for people on a personal level and a professional level. It's a time where, people make their resolutions and all this kind of stuff. But from a business mindset, what I would be really focused on at this point is when you're sitting down and, you have to plan, right? Failing to plan is planning to fail. But planning is not enough because you can plan and plan and plan, but if you don't follow through very strategically and consistently, you're not going to probably get very far. And part of planning is sitting down and really laying out your goals and putting those into place. So I like to do mine on a weekly, monthly, and quarterly basis. And kind of the yearly, but honestly, I don't put as many on the year because if I've already laid them out by the quarter, that kind of forms the year, right? And goals also are not enough. They're really not. They're important, but at the end of the day, as one of the best authors that I've ever read in the book Atomic Habits, he says goals are great, but at the end of the day, everybody's goal is to win, right? It's to win or to succeed at something, and that's awesome. However, really strategically planning the standards, and I don't mean like just your standards that you live by and your moral code and things like that. I'm talking about the standards being the steps and standards and moves, things that you have to put into place in order to reach that goal, okay? Because the goal has to be realistic, and the steps to get there have to be realistic as well. And they have to be specific, they have to be planned, and they have to be followed through on. So when you lay this all out, don't just lay it out on paper, okay? You're writing it down, but you actually have to schedule all of these things. You have to schedule your standards and steps. You literally have to make yourself daily and weekly schedules with blocks of time where you are specifically focusing on this step or standard towards my goal. And this action that is an important integral part of reaching my goals. And honestly, you even have to schedule time for goal setting and scheduling. Seriously. So when you're blocking it out, you want to block out time and hold yourself accountable. You want to build a habit. For me, Sunday, okay? Sunday evening specifically, late afternoon to evening, is my scheduling time. And I block that out so that I will sit down with my planner and my calendar and pencil in the things that are literally booked on my calendar. Those, of course, come first. Then in my planner on my monthly, down the left, I have a list of important things to do, like things that I've identified that are very critical for that particular month. So I go down that list and I figure out where those need to be blocked in. I also do not block out more than 3 of my 6 weekdays at a time. I have to leave time slots open. We all do in these businesses that we're in, because things are going to arise throughout your week. Things are going to pop up that require your attention, your attendance, and you have to have those spaces open on your calendar, on your schedule, in order to be able to expect to fit in the things that come up and still be accountable to the important things you already scheduled yourself for. You can't trade one for the other. So basically, if you fill up your schedule, if you sit there on Sunday night, you fill up all your blocks of time for your whole week. Then when things come up, and they will every week without fail, when they pop up, something else has to get put to the side. And a lot of the times that thing that gets put to the side maybe doesn't get picked back up and placed somewhere else. Okay? And if all your blocks are full, you don't have somewhere that you can move that. So let's say, for example, you had a 2-hour, 3-hour time block blocked out for farming, okay? And you were going to farm leads during that time. You were prospecting. You were doing the steps that you do to do that. And you had that slotted in for a particular block of time on today's schedule. Well, you get a call from a client, or you make contact with a new lead, or you get somebody requesting, to meet with you, whatever it may be. So something pops up and you need to fit it in to that same 2-hour time block today that you had already scheduled this other thing for. Now, here's where you also have to think about priorities, okay? It's not a bad thing to say no. It's not a bad thing to say, well, I can't meet you with you at this time, but I have this available. However, we all know that a lot of times you just have to quickly fit that into that spot, especially if it's a new business or one of your top clients or something like that. That's okay, because as long as you haven't overfilled your schedule for, say, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, whatever it may be, you can easily take that farming that you had scheduled for that 2-hour block and remove it from today at that time and go place it in one of the other open time slots that you have on your schedule. Of course, the problem being, if you haven't left yourself any open, where are you going to put that so that you make sure that you spend that time doing that task? So yes, this is a lot of detail. It's a lot of fine tuning. It's a lot of holding yourself accountable and making sure that you don't let things fall by the wayside. You don't let certain important tasks get overlooked or slip away, and that your follow through and follow up are tight. And if you keep to something like this, if you build this type of habit, it's one new thing, if you're not already doing it, for you to implement. And if you are already doing it, how detailed are you being with it? Are you scheduling your scheduling time? Are you booking yourself too far out? Are you doing this in a way that is going to ensure that the standards and steps that you have outlined for reaching your goals for this month and this quarter and this year and whatever, that those steps are diligently and consistently being taken because you have scheduled them into your time block on a regular basis and you've made sure that they were completed. So I really hope this helps everybody. Just another tool for your toolbox, something to make you more efficient, more consistent, more successful. I would love to have some comments below on other tips and tools that you think are very important to keeping to schedules, holding yourself accountable, making sure that you are meeting your steps and standards, or if there was an aha moment in this video that helped you and that you think is gonna, something you're gonna implement and see if it makes a difference, please, 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 please comment. Let's start some discussions surrounding these videos and, not just kind of watch them and go. Everybody have a fantastic week. I really hope you implement at least 3 or 4 of the standards you've set out to reach your goals this week, and touch back with us. If you don't subscribe already, YouTube channel, River City Homebuyers 904. Have a wonderful week.